Got my lemon water. I'm so excited to go. Good morning, good life. Welcome back to AMYTV. I have a busy day today. I'm gonna tell you all about it. First, I need to give a shout out to the sponsor of this episode, my friends at NerdWallet. Thank you so much to them. I'm gonna give you more details about them later on, but first, I gotta go. Let's get to the car. Oh, I knew I was gonna want my other camera today. It is such an exciting week this week. I am going to be providing you with a home update very soon. And so the only way that I'm able to do that is to prepare for said home update in my life. And that's pretty much what this week looks like. I'm saying goodbye to my car tomorrow. I can't believe it. The time has come. It's been 3.5 years-ish, I think, with this little guy. In addition to parting with Stella, a lot of packing happening this week, rounding up a bunch of stuff, and also a lot of packing and loose ends at work. We are downsizing our office at Galu House. We're going very, very super hybrid work from home. Other than product fulfillment, when you guys buy planners and packages of the book and a planner and stuff like that, more products to come in the future, those obviously have to happen somewhere, and so that's what the office is going to be mostly going forward. But I do have to say, we love our space at Industrious so much. It's a wonderful co-working space. We're downsizing our private office, but my team is still loving working there on a regular basis because it's such a great community feel. So I have a feeling that even though they don't have a quote-unquote desk as designated as it was before. There are desks, but they're pretty full with stuff. I have a feeling they're still gonna be at the office quite a bit. I think I'll be in there as well. But again, the acoustics in my car continue to trump every situation that I'm in right now. So that's where I'm at with that. But with all of this stuff happening this week, it's all leading up to something really exciting, but it is kind of a reminder of something I talked about on my Instagram recently. We can do hard things, and that's what I call self-care. We talk about self-care in a lot of different ways in our lifestyles, and it's okay if you think self-care is like a massage or a day off or whatever the case may be. I think that is one category of self-care. But also, I really believe that self-care is taking care of yourself for the future. And so sometimes it's about doing hard things, okay? And I just thought that that was a continuing theme for this week for me. And so I'm gonna be sharing what that looks like for me in sort of a day in the life. So, to start, I have a dentist appointment. I'm going in for a cleaning. Cause girl, honey, yeah, we're gonna need it. And yeah, it's not enjoyable. I'm gonna drool on myself. And that's a hard thing. That costs money that I'm gonna do to take care of myself. Hashtag self-care. Let's go. Ah, crap. Yet another hard thing. It never ends, does it? Okay, the good news is no cavities. The bad news is my teeth kind of hurt now, but it's a hurt that you always forget. And it's good that I forget it because then I always go back every 6 months, okay? You know you're supposed to do that, right? You're supposed to get your teeth cleaned every 6 months. Have you done it? Let me know in the comments down below. One of the other things that I really need to do before I get lost in the shuffle of moving and all this other stuff that I've got going on is I like to do something on a monthly basis at minimum, where I sit down and really analyze my financial situation. I think something that can really easily escape us, and it has in my life in the past, believe me, I have been in debt in my life. But your credit cards can completely escape you. That is why I am teaming up with NerdWallet on this video, because what they provide in service on their app is so huge for making sure that you do some self-care in the money department. And that means looking into the best options for you. So while my appointment is spent kind of studying what are the different perks that I have, what are the interest rates that I have, what are some of the transactions that have happened in the last month, is there a subscription that I can cancel, is there something I can do there? That's what I do to make sure I'm taking care of my money self in the long run. Fortunately, I'm pretty aware of these things because of two reasons. One, I keep up with it on a regular basis. And two, because I've already gone to NerdWallet to look for the right resources for me. There's only a couple credit cards in my wallet that I use. I use them for very specific reasons, and then I pay them off so that I can get the most amount of benefit from what that card is used for. I've got NerdWallet on my phone. It shows me everything about what's going on, my credit, my net worth, everything. And it allows me to look if I think I need maybe a specific type of credit card for a specific reason. Personally, I can scope it out on the app. NerdWallet really does the homework to take all of the guesswork out of choosing the right credit cards for you so that you use them for the right reasons and you can feel confident in your decisions. So whether you want to pay less interest or you're looking for more rewards because of the types of transactions that you are doing, you're going to want to check out the NerdWallet app for this. All you got to do is tap on Optimize in the app and then go to Browse Other Products and then click on credit cards, where you'll find some really in-depth information that's very easy to consume. I emphasize this so much because it really is on the various different credit card categories, and you can even apply straight from the app. And then they go a step further. They don't just help you get the credit card, but you can then link your credit card to the app so that NerdWallet can look to see how you can better use your credit card accounts. So the couple of credit cards that I used are linked in my NerdWallet account so that it can tell me if I'm using my card to the best of my abilities to get the most benefits out of those cards. My favorite part is when they tell you what your top spending category is, and then therefore which card you should use in terms of that kinds of purchase. So you know you're going to get the most bang for your buck, because sometimes you get more rewards for certain types of transactions on different types of cards, whether it's dining or travel, or some cards really just pay you back in big ways for any kind of spending. So it's really good to know that stuff, and you don't have to guess along the way. NerdWallet will take care of it for you. There are so many financial reasons why I'm loving having NerdWallet in my phone right now. I highly recommend you check it out. Download it for free and find out how you can pre-qualify and then apply and then get your next credit card for the right reasons with confidence. Just search for NerdWallet in your smartphone app store. And thank you so much to NerdWallet for sponsoring this episode of AMYTV. It means so much that you support our community and all of our financial wellness. So I'm going to sit down. I've got my credit card statements and I've got some note paper and pen so I can immediately note when I find things that need to be canceled or find things that might be a discrepancy so that I can fix it as soon as possible. And once I do that, I'll feel like I'm in a really good place with all of my stuff. And then I can get back to living my life, maybe having a glass of wine. That would be good. It's the little things you do on a regular basis, like I said, that take care of you for the long run. Oh my goodness. Speaking of hard things, this is something we did this weekend. We are downsizing our office space, and you know what? I'm actually happy about it because we do not need all this space. We are doing hybrid work. We're working partially from home. We're mostly just fulfilling planners here. We do come together as a team to talk, but there's so much beautiful space here. We don't need this entire office to ourselves. So we decided to make the right financial move, which would, you know what, is so much harder. Like, you could just keep paying rent, you could keep staying where you are, and that's not gonna be the best thing for us. So we had to do the hard thing. We had to decide that we had to move out. So that's what's happening. I'm here, I'm so excited. Today's gonna be a really good day. I am doing a little presentation I talked about a couple weeks ago on the channel. It's called Build Your Empire. I've been working really hard on it. I'm really hoping it goes well today, because if it does, then I'm probably gonna do it a couple more times. I just love a live teaching moment. So that's what I've got going on this afternoon. The hard things continue, and they're all to contribute to the betterment of our self-care, my self-care and our self-care as an organization. This morning, we definitely did a hard thing because there was a little moment that happened yesterday that was a little bit of a snafu. And these snafus have been happening more often, and I just came to realize, like, your team is only as good as you set them up for success. And we sat down this morning, we really went through an entire systems talk about this particular item in our business because it's so important, because whenever it happens for you, I want it to be perfect, and it's not always gonna be perfect, but we can do our very best. So we really outlined a great system, and it was a hard conversation because it's like you have to talk about mistakes in order to be able to grow from them. But I tell you what, I think the sooner you address mistakes with your team and the more you take ownership in why they happened and really be honest with yourself about why they happened, the better off everybody is. So everyone's feeling very empowered. So even if that was a hard conversation to have, which really it wasn't, I don't think it was for me. Hopefully it wasn't for them as well. But you know, nobody likes when a little snafu happens, so it is what it is. But oh, I feel so much better about it. Like, I know it's challenging, but we're all gonna be so much better for it, so it's really good. I'm really craving a grilled chicken quesadilla right now, so I'm hoping that we find one. And I'm hoping that's what I have for lunch today. That's what I want. Okay, but we definitely need to take this sign. Like, this isn't supposed to be here anymore. We gotta move that. We gotta move that light. So much to do still. Back to our trusty echoey room. It is not as echoey today. Why is that? That's really interesting. But this was the best conference room to not hear the construction going on. So I'm very excited. We're starting soon. I'm hoping that I'm gonna eat lunch first. 45 minutes to go. Good morning, good life. How are you guys? Thank you so much for being here. I wanted to get on a little bit early and actually get on camera. For those of you who got in your seats to get us started, good morning, good life. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
It didn't think I was the host of the meeting at first. It was so tricky. I'm like, duh, I'm the host of the meeting. Okay, cool, let's dive in. To say goodbye to Stella, the Stelvio. Oh my gosh, I just don't feel like getting a car wash. Oh, it really needs it. Well, this is what I didn't want to have to do today, but I do. I have not progressed at all in terms of packing. I'm still tying up loose ends for work. I had to come into the office. By the way, when I was filming, like, oh, I'm so sad, it's my last day with the Alpha, like, I actually had one more day with it. I turn it in today, and that's supposed to be what I'm doing very shortly, but got some things going on here first. You know, you just gotta go with the flow sometimes and do your best. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Even though I'm doing something I really thought that I could offload today so that I could do other things, but it's not happening. So that's life. And we tried. We really tried our best. Right now I'm just waiting for files to back up, which is why I have plenty of time to chat with you. My vlog, I always like think so deeply about, like, are these vlogs actually interesting to you guys? And you guys have been saying, don't, you know, keep reading into it and getting nervous about vlogging, whatever. Like, it's great. We get to kind of see a day in the life, but It's so weird how, like, sometimes I feel like there isn't anything to show, but it's actually some of the most interesting stuff to show is to see what someone's genuine, like, guys, I'm busy working, like, and I wish life was a little bit more interesting than that right now, but I guess that's why I took 6 weeks off, to do something interesting and then get back to this. It's just what I know. It's what I do. So I don't know. It's very interesting. How's the echo in here? Hadn't even thought of that. It's not too bad. Probably because it's filled with so much stuff. But it's working. We downsized. I don't know if I actually showed you this office yet. This is our downsize in action, and we actually have acquired more storage, so it's not going to be this sad forever. But Hannah sits over there, and I sit over there, and Kylie sits over there, and we're making it work. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. But I'm genuinely in such good spirits because it's all very exciting, so I just wish I could tell you more, but I can't in this video. It's just not the time. It's not the time, not the place, not in this little environment. It is not. So, okay, so I took pictures of Stella. I gotta turn her in. For those of you asking, it's a lease. I think people were like, what do you mean you have to turn your car in? I prefer to lease my vehicles. And so we gotta do that. And then I'm gonna be packing tonight, so here we go, taking it minute by minute. This file is this close to being done transferring, so gotta go. Oh my gosh. It's one of those days, you know, you need a little moisture. Okay, the hard work continues, but also a lot of it is done. I'm feeling so much better. Goodbye, Stella. Goodbye, iMac I shipped. I just am parting ways with many items that are not going with us into the next chapter, and that is the self-care that I am doing. And now that I have done that, it is time to move on to the next phase of things I have to do. But also, I get to kind of like pace myself now. I get to slow down a little bit. And this is the thing. I don't want anyone to think that when I say that doing hard things is self-care, that means I don't actually ever slow down, that I don't actually do things that are lovely and mindless and whatever. It's genuinely not the case. I have gotten more sleep this year than I have in a really long time, mostly because if you're not caught up, I just didn't know how much sleep I needed. I thought I could get away with 7.5 hours. And it turns out my body is really feeling the 9-hour mark. So I'm going to take advantage of that for as long as humanly possible. First of all, I design my day on my terms. I own my own business, so I can do that in a lot of ways from a timing standpoint. And my body is actually letting me sleep for that long. And I've more been keeping it from doing that. So that's, you know, one way that maybe I'm doing more relaxing self-care, because I'm sure there's going to be a day where I don't get to sleep as much for whatever multitude of reasons. Certainly getting older, maybe you don't sleep as well for different reasons. So anyway, that is one thing that I'm allowing myself to do. And don't worry, I get my fair share of facials and massages and treatments and all of those lovely things. So yeah, it's definitely an ebb and flow thing. It's so much about what season you're in. You know, I spent the summer in the season of go, go, go in more of a fun way. And now I'm back to go, go, go at the workplace. And also go, go, go. We need to settle down in a new house. So it's a lot, but it's all really exciting stuff. And I wouldn't be saying, you know, that I do the hard things as self-care if those hard things weren't contributing to a big vision that I really believe in, which has to do with my health, which has to do with my wealth, and all the other things that we talk about with Gatlu. So, although I can kind of rest easier right now because sort of the worky stuff is done, I got to start packing. And I'm going to be, again, I'll be providing you with a home update here soon. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. I think it's going to be interesting. And yeah. So I hope you took something away from this very realistic sort of day in the life that you've been seeing for the last few days. If there was something, whether it's around your health or your well-being or your wealth, or anything financially that you've got going on, or just big changes that are coming in your life that you've been putting off certain things because it's a little scary. I hope that this video has empowered you to think about how you can do just a little bit of hard things in order to take care of yourself. And maybe it was something I did, or maybe another bell went off. I'd love to hear what you're open to sharing in the comments down below. That is all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. As always, remember, subscribe for good vibes, kiss the ones you love, and go after the life you want. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe. You don't want to miss.